Hey shooters, this week on Trigger Sports TV, Molly Smith is going out to the Hogue Range in beautiful Morro Bay. She's not only going to shoot the ICORE shoot, but she's also going to host it for us and bring us right up close to the action. Don't go away.
Hi James, I'm here at my hometown range in beautiful Morro Bay, California, and shooting has just begun at the Southwest ICORE Regional. Now, this is all revolver shooting, all action shooting, so it's all a good time. Let's go in and see how it's going. Southwest ICORE Regional. And the Southwest ICORE Regional is a regional match for revolver enthusiasts. ICORE stands for International Confederation of Revolver Enthusiasts. I've been shooting for about 4 years now. I started shooting when I was 11, and I started shooting here at this range with a lot of the people who are here today. And it's fantastic to see all of them out here for one match. That was pretty good. I'm here with Rich, and he played a crucial role in the start of modern-day revolver sports, a fellow revolver enthusiast. Tell me about that, how it started.
Well, Mike and Sharon started the IRC, and after a couple of years, they realized they needed an organization to support that one big match. So they started ICORE, the International Confederation of Revolver Enthusiasts. And after a few years, I started a club that was called the California Wheel Burners, and after a couple of years there, we decided we wanted to hold some matches outside of the IRC. So we've had the California Regional Revolver Championship and the West Coast Revolver Championship. And then Ken Jorgensen made a suggestion that we start a regional and presented it to Vic Pickett, who called me. I was getting ready to hold a third match and says, "Hey Rich, would you mind having a regional match, and we'll call it the Southwest Regional." And that was 15 years ago, and here we are today.
Stage 1 is Roto rack. You must first engage the start plate, and your time does not stop until you engage the stop plate. Once you hit the first plate off, it starts really spinning. That's when you need to be really fast. Because of the odd number of shots, there's no way around a reload. That only adds up the time. The rotating plate rack is definitely one of the most challenging things that these competitors have seen. This is the first time it's been in an ICORE match, and it's particularly difficult because as soon as you hit one target, it starts spinning. Now, if you're fast enough and accurate enough, you shouldn't have much of a problem. You have to shoot this very fast and in a certain pattern. Some of the fastest shooters can shoot straight across, while the common idea is to shoot the middle first and then the outside. You know, since I've started shooting, there have been some people there the entire time, and Janae's one of those people. Me and her both started shooting at basically the exact same time. We shot our first matches together. What has been your favorite memory so far from all of your experiences?
I think my favorite match was really like the IRC, the International Revolver Championship last year. Even though it was really like rainy and muddy and cold, still did my best, and I actually came out to be like the first junior, first lady, and first in my class, in C class. So now that upgraded me to B class. So I don't know, we'll see how I do in that. I think my biggest challenge today, like overall, was just getting back into it. Because like the last gun I shot wasn't really a revolver anyway at the steel challenge. So just getting back into the feel of things and all of that stuff, I think that was my biggest challenge.
Stay tuned, because we'll be right back. Welcome back to Morro Bay, California. We're at the Southwest ICORE Regional. Stage 2 is near and nearer. And near, you have two distances, 10 yards and 3 yards. It's two separate strings as well, so you don't have to worry about moving on the clock. From box A, which is 10 yards away, you have to engage each of the 6 targets with 2 shots each. So that means halfway through you're gonna have to make a reload. From box B, you're hitting the top 3 targets with your strong hands, 2 shots each. Then you have to reload and shoot weak hand on the bottom 3 targets. This can be very difficult because shots are limited. So tell me what kind of techniques you use when you're doing strong hand, weak hand.
Well, like firing your standards, you start out with strong hand, and it's basically get that, get the weak hand up against you. If you don't have that kind of anchored down, it kind of acts as a tiller to like a boat, moves you around it, you well know. And as far as shooting weak hand, that trick is getting that reload done and then getting this gun into this hand. And I think that's, for me, that's the most difficult part, because you're getting this into here and then in a shooting grip, if you will, which is an odd feel because you normally shoot right-handed, and then getting it out there. I don't have a whole lot of problem with the recoil, so I don't really bother about different positions and whatnot, so I just kind of go straight up and shoot the thing, as hard as I can. But a lot of people will tip the gun sideways, they say that helps with the recoil.
Now, this is really challenging for a lot of people, especially junior women, and as I fall under both categories, it was pretty difficult. But with a lot of practice, I'm able to keep my arms in shape and able to do it. And I've never really been particularly confident in my abilities in strong hand, weak hand, but this match changed it around for me. I feel pretty confident in how I did. Stage 3 was red, white, and blue. It was very patriotic, and in it you had 3 boxes, and you had 3 colors of targets, red, white, and blue. You had to shoot 1 color from every box, and only that 1 color. And then between moving from box to box, you had to have a mandatory reload. Now this was particularly irritating, considering that there were 9 targets, and you could have saved a lot of time by not doing the reload in between the boxes, but the procedural would be so much worse. You can only engage 1 color from every box, so this also proved to be difficult, having to skip over multiple plates in order to not get a procedural, which would be an added 10 seconds to your score. There's no A zone or B zone. You either hit or you miss, and this is something that I either love or I hate, depending on how good I'm doing that day. stage also required very fast reloads, and that was something that I liked using all my past dry fire practice to go to good use in a stage like this. Stage 4 is called Pro-Am 4, and Pro-Am is a type of match where it's under a par time, and it's all steel. You have a 20-second par, so you must engage as much steel as you can in the 20 seconds. Shots are unlimited though, so you can have as many misses as you think you can handle. You have 4 boxes, each with a color: orange, white, black, and blue. From each box, you have to engage the targets of the same color. So in front of the white box, there's white plates. In front of the black box, there's black plates. Blue box, blue plates. The orange box is a bonus box. You don't have to shoot it. However, for every orange plate you hit, it's plus 2 points. And for every point, it's minus 1 second. With Neil Hogue now, and as his name says, that he plays an important role in Hogue. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, I mean, my grandfather started the business over 45 years ago, and I'm third generation in it. I do work on the machining products and the molds and product development.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. I'm having a good match today. It's nice shooting for the company. I get to test the products, develop products, and so it's a good fun time.
And I understand that you have a new gun that you're trying out. Mm-hmm. Is there anything particularly different than you're used to or special about it?
Just a little bit longer barrel, and just obviously custom grips and our cylinder release, and just newer so it's not wore out. I think I've been kind of just even all day. It's a new gun, so I'm trying not to push it too hard.
What about a favorite stage then?
I like the Pro-Am stage. Yeah.
You know what? We've been hearing mixed reviews about that. People saying how much they love the part-time, and other people saying they don't like it very much.
Yeah, I like the challenge. I don't know. I seem like when I'm under pressure, I just kind of just pull it together and make it happen.
We'll be back with more action, so stay tuned. Welcome back to the ICORE Southwest Regional. Wolfe, and tell me how long you've been shooting, Rich.
I've been shooting ICORE here for about 7 years now.
Okay, and have you always been shooting this rig that you have right here? You have an optic gun, so he has a dot that's finding the target rather than a post with 3 sights.
Actually, I haven't always shot this gun. I started out with a bone stock Smith & Wesson 627. And then I had adapted a holographic sight much like this, but it was still a stock barrel, stock trigger, and just with a few mods here and there. And then after a few years of getting into the sport and seeing what it really requires, I adapted a customized gun for this sport, specifically just for this type of competition. Earlier on, I talked about some of the custom modifications I did to this gun versus the other gun I used to shoot. With this gun here, what we started out with was obviously a stock 627. And we first went to the barrel. What I wanted was a little bit shorter than a factory barrel, so I went with an aftermarket barrel here. And the Sierra Arms Custom Gun Shop, what they did was they made me right at about a 4 7/8 barrel, a little bit shorter than what is offered in the stock configuration. We installed a Randy Lee Apex Tactical Hammer here, and then obviously we have a bobbed mount here just to kind of reduce the weight, get that weight back up over the center of the gun, and then the addition to just an EOTech holographic sight. To most people that looks big and bulky, but the reticle that this sight delivers is a fantastic reticle for this type of competition. We've also shortened the trigger pull by installing a little trigger stop here. So that trigger just pulls the minimum distance for that hammer to fall. And so you reduce the length of trigger pull, you speed up your shot splits, and what we have here is a very, very fast, quick, accurate gun for ICORE.
So how have you done today?
Today went pretty well. You know, I think I shot probably right at about 90%, 95% of my ability, but for the most part, I think I'm going to give them a run for it.
Stage 5 is called gun hand. In this, you have to pull the activator with your gun hand. You start off holding the rope, and then as soon as the buzzer goes off, you're free to activate. What the activator does is makes the first target start swinging, and you cannot engage that target until it's activated. On this stage, you have multiple arrays of steel and plates targets, which you have to engage as they become visible. Stage 6 is called danger at every stop, and there are a lot of stops, 4 in fact. You start in box A, then move to box B, then C, then D. It's very straightforward in that sense. However, you're only putting 1 shot on each target, and shots are limited. That means you can only make the 24 rounds that you're allowed. For box A, you engage all the targets with 1 shot each. Box B, it's the same thing, and continues on that way for all the boxes. What makes it so difficult is that it seems so simple. Stage 7 is called Range Master's Revenge. This is a shots unlimited stage, so you can make up all the shots you feel that you should. There's multiple arrays of steel and paper targets. The paper targets are mostly hidden by barrels, so it makes it very difficult to hit all the targets from one position. There's also 2 sets of steel. One is a Texas Star, which is 5 rounds that whenever you shoot 1 target off of it, it's going to start spinning more rapidly with every shot. There's also the Tombstone set, where each larger tombstone that goes down reveals a smaller tombstone and therefore smaller and a smaller tombstone until you've hit all 5. It requires lots of maneuvering so you can see around the barrels. We'll be right back with more of the Southwest ICORE Regional. Welcome back to the ICORE Southwest Regional. Now I'm here with John Bagakis, and he's been shooting for a while. Now tell me, have you made any accomplishments with shooting?
If I did my job today, I'm trying to get 6 in a row at the Southwest. So the ICORE revolver's been my biggest thing, but I also shoot 3-gun. I shoot rimfire, some steel challenge, a little bit of everything.
Well, congratulations on another possible win. Today started off foggy and ended beautiful and sunny. And you know what? It was a great day to be at the range shooting. Everyone was there and having a blast. There were juniors, women, pros, ROs, everyone, and they were all having a blast because the stages were so interesting. And you know what? I had a great time, and I bet you did too. See you later, James.
Shooters, we want to thank Molly Smith. She did a great job out there at ICORE. It was an exciting shoot, and it's one that we look forward to each and every year when it comes up. See you again.